Hello and welcome all you softball fans to another installment of YSN Live Softball. We are here in the friendly confines of the Austintown Fitch Falcon Softball Complex between this AAC matchup between the Harding Raiders from Warren G. Harding and the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Fitch 12-0 on the season. Harding is 7-8. Leading things off, Chase Powell for the Raiders as a first pitch bunted foul, 0-1 to start. Oh, and 1 from Watts to Powell. Swing and a miss, 0-2 to start. Raiders, much improved team from a season ago. 7-8 record coming into today, and a lot of credit goes over to the coaching staff as well as the players putting in the offseason work and just continuing to get better, and that's all you can really ask for as these teams starting to level up in the AAC as they need to. Called strike 3 to Powell as Watts sends down her first strikeout of the day for Sid. Because the stats from the Hoban game on Friday do not register until that game is complete, Watts comes into today with a 12-0 record, 0.28 ERA, 159 strikeouts now after that last one, 16 walks and 74 innings pitched. She's holding opponents to a .93 batting average. First pitch, bunt is shown, and it's a called strike. Keziah Minor takes her first hacks against Watts today. The 0-1 to Minor as Keziah Minor takes it inside, ball 1, 1-1 now the count. Defensively, Abby Toth is at first, Caitlin Mitchell second, Ayla Ray at short, Morgan Roby's at third. Left fielder is Ashley McLean, center is Kylie Folkwine, right is Maddie Butis. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 1-2 now on Minor. Falcons are 4-0 in conference play, going 2-0 against both the Highland Tigers and the Boardman Spartans. This is a two-game series, or set, I guess you would say. Today here at Fitch, tomorrow slated to be at Warren Harding High School. Of course, the only other AAC matchup the Falcons would have after this series is a two-gamer beginning of May with the Canfield Cardinals, which, for all intents and purposes, right now should determine AAC champions. Swing and a miss. The 2-2 pitch cut on and missed by Minor, and there's back-to-back strikeouts for Sydney Watts, and 2 away here in the top of the first. As the catcher, Delaney Riley. A lot of Rileys on this Harding team. If your last name's Riley, you know how to play some softball in the Warren area. As first pitch, called strike on Delaney, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. As Riley falls behind in the count, Watts looking to strike out the side here in the top of the first. Inside for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes, the count. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 as the Austintown Fitch Falcons and Sydney Watts send down the Raiders 1-2-3, all by way of the K to start the top of the first. We'll take a look at the Austintown Fitch Falcon bats after this on ysnlive.com.
winter, spring, summer, and fall, Mill Creek Metro Parks is your park for all seasons. Make a memory in the park. Plan your visit today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Introducing Merge from Greenwood Chevrolet, a completely new way to buy a car that combines the convenience of shopping online with the personal touch and expertise that Greenwood is known for. Visit greenwoodchevrolet.com and let us go the extra mile for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com, here with all the action between the Warren Harding Raiders and the Austintown Fitch Falcons softball matchup. Game 1 of 2 in the next 2 days, Monday, Tuesday set here in the All-American Conference. Taking a look at the Falcon batting order, it's as follows. Ayla Ray to lead things off, batting first. Caitlin Mitchell second. Sydney Watts bats third. McKenna Hogan's in the cleanup spot. Kylie Folkwine bats fifth. Abby Toth is sixth. Maddie Butis bats 7th, Morgan Roby is 8th, and rounding things out, batting 9th, will be Ashley McLean.
As you can see in the circle, Carly Trissler is from the southpaw port side.
As Carly Trissler. Pitcher today for the Raiders, left-hander, another lefty that the Falcons will square off against in this season. Ayla Ray to lead things off as the .548 bat of Ray leads the team. 5 home runs also lead the team. 12 RBIs is good enough for third. Almost an Austintown Triple Crown for Ray. She could find a couple more RBIs to take a lead, but leads it in homers and average right now. On that 2, above those 5 homers, 4 triples, 2 doubles. That's good for 11 extra base hits for Ray, as the ace of bases knows how to always take more than one when given to her. Couple of bouncers early on, and 2-0 the count. Ray, the Youngstown State verbal commit, looks to stay local and be a big bat in the Penguin order. That one low and inside, and actually clipping Ray, they say. So Ayla Ray hit by a pitch. She'll be on first to start the game. Caitlin Mitchell now going to take some hacks. Tad under 400 average. She's batting .389, 8 RBIs. It's also 5 extra base hits split into 4 doubles and a triple on the season. Standing up in the box is Mitchell. As Trissler's pitch low, Ray able to swipe the bag at second for a stolen base. The speed of Ace able to take second, get into scoring position for Mitchell, looking for an RBI now. Called strike. Carly Trissler finds the zone, evens the count now. The 1-1. Called strike, back-to-back strikes thrown by Trissler has Mitchell down in the count, 1-2. The 1-2. That one hit out towards center. Coming in, running in, and making the catch is Riley in center field, and that's the first out. Ayla Ray heads up base running, takes third, and gets the lead run and first run of the game 60 feet away for Fitch, but now there is one out in the inning. Nice job by Emily Riley. Coming in from that center field spot, looking into the overcast above and able to make a nice play in the outfield. 1-0 to start to Sydney Watts. Watts, as great of a pitcher as she is, also a great hitter. .472 bat, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. those 14 ribbies lead her team. Watts is also hitting 6 doubles, 9 extra base hits total for Watts. Those 6 doubles tied for her team's lead with McKenna Hogan. Watts went chasing on some high heat from Trissler. 1-2 the count. Raiders donning the gold bottom, black top unis on the away side. Falcons in the all-navy home edition of the unis. Watts smacks it towards the right field side over the glove of Freeman. That's going to bring Ayla Ray home. Watts going to touch the second base bag, end up at third as she will run and replace Ayla Ray at the third base bag. It's 1-0 Fitch, and Watts brings home a run.
Well, that's not going to go as an RBI because that's going to be number 3. You know what?
There's going to be a pinch runner now in Rachel Spaulding for Watts.
Number 3, Rachel Spaulding, sophomore, will be a courtesy pinch runner for Sydney Watts at third base. Batting in fourth in the cleanup position for the Lady Falcons is catcher senior number 34, McKenna Hogan. She tried to catch that ball and probably should have caught that ball and didn't, so it goes as you know what.
First pitch, ball up high to Hogan, 1-0. Rachel Spaulding at the third base bag, 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
This is going to be a very interesting thing because she's safe on an error, but
As
she's going to get an RBI.
ball.
Because she would have scored on the play anyway. So
RBI going to be given to Watts as technically a sac fly would have brought the runner Ayla Ray home anyway. I believe it's going to go as an error, though, overall, but give the RBI to Watts. That is now number 15 on the season for Sid. 3-0 the count on McKenna Hogan, as Hogan in a very favorable count. She was looking that one all the way into the glove as Trissler found the zone. Hitters count 3-1 now on McKenna Hogan. Hogan, a doubles machine here in the regular season. We talked about a half dozen through the first 12 games. She takes that one for a called strike. The count runs full. Trissler gets the count. Back into a potential out now for the Raiders. The payoff. Up the middle it goes. McKenna Hogan looking to beat it out on the infield, and she will, as it will bring home Rachel Spaulding. That was a bang-bang play. See how that one's going to be ruled. Nonetheless, it's 2-0 Fitch.
all right, I'm going to give her an no.
Infield single is awarded to Hogan, so she gets the base hit and the RBI. Stat master Bob Gugliotti feeds off the scorer's decision. And Kylie Folkwine will now be batting with a runner at first.
Fifth for the Lady Falcons is
1 down.
center fielder number pinch runner for McKenna Hogan at first.
First pitch, it is a ball, 1-0.
Got to put those numbers on those goodies, coaches.
Bunt laid down by Folkwine, and what a bunt it was. Kylie Folkwine now going to turn and say, give me another one. No one covering the second base bag as Kylie Folkwine turns a bunt single into extra bases as she's able to round the first base bag on the missed throw by the Raiders. Take an extra base on it as second and third now occupied with just 1 down. Abby Toth, 455 bat, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. A 5th home run and a 10th RBI kind of stuck in limbo for Miss Toth as hit one against the Archbishop Hoban Knights. That game is suspended and pending on completion for those stats to count for Toth.
All right, that goes as a bunt single and an error on the pitcher trying to.
Ball 2-0. as Folkwine will up her average. Also was .455 coming into today, so that'll help her. Case batting near .500, another one of these phenomenal freshmen. That one. Runners both going to have to retreat. They thought about coming home to score on the pass ball. Opted not to, as it is now 3-0 to Toth. Big power bat of the Falcon first baseman, the 3-0. Oh, she just rocketed it out of here. Get it out of here. Home run number 5. She said, I ain't waiting for the Hoban game to count. Give it to me right now. RBIs number 10, 11, and 12. As every day is Abby Day here in Austintown. 3-run shot, 5-0 Fitch.
That is the 5th home run of the season for Abby Toth, and RBIs 10, 11, and 12.
Bring up Maddie Butis, right fielder, batting in the 7-hole.
Senior right fielder number 18, Maddie Butis.
As Butis tried to lay down the bunt, it goes foul, 0-1. Butis with tremendous speed. Once she gets on base, always a threat. Another one of those things that the Falcons have a ton of speed. They have perfect blends, honestly, of speed, power, contact when needed. Butis gets the count even, 1-1. Big home run, though. Abby Toth, 5th on the season, 12 RBIs. She's now tied for 1st with Ayla Ray in home runs, 3rd in the team, and RBIs with 12 as that one caught behind the plate by Delaney Riley for the 2nd out on the pop-up. Bringing up Morgan Roby. This is another freshman who's getting some starts. Had the start back in Chardon, got player of the game with her 3 RBIs. She's 6 for 9 on the season, good enough for a .667 average. A homer, 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, and she has made nothing but the most of her opportunities. Also a streak of over 330 consecutive plate appearances without a strikeout, talking about JV and varsity for Roby. Protects the plate very well. Inside, outside, she's able to get a hold of all of it. 1-1 the count now on Roby. Roby pops that one up. Short left field. Shortstop Powell goes out to get it on the fly for the out. Number 3 in the inning. Falcons strike for 5, and it's capped off by a big 3-run jack by the Falcon first baseman, Abby Toth. It's Austintown Fitch 5, Warren Harding 0 after an inning. We'll be right back after this.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
It's the top of the second inning as the Falcon pitching of Sydney Watts and the defense of Austintown Fitch back out. And a swing and a miss strike to start off this top of the second. Kerrigan Riley to start things off here for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. Just trying to get the timing is a major goal, it seems, for a lot of these teams first time through the order against Sid. As Sid lives in that 65 to 68 mile an hour range, and she just kept on throwing heat and blew it right by on 3 pitches and a strikeout. 4 consecutive to start for Watts, and there's one away here in the top of the second.
Now batting in the 5th position is sophomore pitcher number 16 left-hand hitter,
As
left-hand throwing
Carly Trissler, pitcher-pitcher matchup, as her swing and a miss, 0-1 to start. Falcons striking for 5 in the bottom of the first. Abby Toth hit homer number 5, tied the team lead in that regard. She's also tied for 3rd in RBI, as she is the 4th Falcon now to have over 10 RBI on the season. The 0-2 now from Watts. Trissler takes it low and outside. 1-2 now the count. Falcons mentioned the game against Harding on Tuesday. They will also be playing the champion Golden Flashes, YSN 5th ranked team in the Power 20. So it's 1 versus 5 on Friday. And what more can you really ask for? Another great team featured on this Falcon schedule. Another great set down by Sydney Watts as it's strikeout number 5 on the day for Watts. 5 consecutive to start. Watts struck out 10 in a row against Painesville Riverside. That is the most consecutive this season that Watts has struck out. But Watts with the pitch above the zone and way out of the zone to the backstop. 1-0 to start. As Breasia Freeman too far, broke the wrist. It's 1-1. And another pitch on Watts. A rise ball that has a lot of rise to it. 2-1 now the count.
Way back at 6:31 this morning.
Freeman trying to get a base runner aboard for the Raiders. Watts refines the strike zone on an inside location. 2-2 the count now. 2s across the scoreboard and a 5-0 Fitch lead here in the top of the second. The 2-2. Called strike 3, 6 straight sent down by Watts as the Raiders go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. Falcons looking to add to their advantage. Bottom of the second inning coming up after this.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Clint. Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the second inning. Ashley McLean is going to lead things off for the Falcons as she takes a ball up high 1-0. McLean, another one of those players that has been getting a lot of time in the lineup, batting .385 on the season. A couple RBIs, a double, and a triple. And really, bat started heating up once she got into warmer weather down in Myrtle Beach, Ashley McLean. And she's just looking to keep riding that wave of success in the box throughout the season. She gets ahead in a very favorable count, 0-0, 3-0 now. Trissler trying to avoid a leadoff walk, the 3-0. As ruled in a legal motion inside the circle by the home plate umpire, so it's going to register as ball 4 for McLean and get her aboard on first. So the walk for McLean will up her on-base percentage, but more or less it's the speed of McLean now that you have to deal with on the first base bag.
Shortstop number 12, Ayla Ray.
As a first pitch strike tossed down to the bag by Delaney Riley into center field. It goes. McLean ends up on third. So from one corner of the infield to the other, McLean now stands 60 feet away from scoring a run. 0-1 the count on Ayla Ray at the plate.
Stolen base and an error on the catcher as it goes all the way through.
So another stolen base for this Falcons squad. Another one for Ashley McLean as the count 1-1 on Ayla Ray. Going Ayla Ray and Ashley McLean one after another in a lineup. It's like following two strikes of lightning one after another in a big storm that is the Falcon lineup. Plenty of speed, but the power that Ayla Ray supplies, she's got the thunder as well at the top of the lineup. As the Falcons, this particular team gunning for the school's most home runs in a season, and they're going to have that record, it looks like, by a long shot, as Ayla Ray getting hit by the pitch and also ball 4 regardless, so either way you shake it, Ayla Ray is on base. Runners at the corners, lot of speed. Caitlin Mitchell 0 for 1 on the day. But another RBI opportunity for Mitchell. Called strike 0-1.
Ray has 4 stolen bases. Ashley McLean is the team leader now with 5.
Caitlin Mitchell, liner to third. Ashley McLean getting caught in a rundown as Delaney Riley couldn't run her down, and Ashley McLean going to come all the way home to score. Everybody's safe. What base running by McLean to draw the throw, avoid getting tagged. 6-0 Fitch, and a couple of aboard still for the Falcons. And Sydney Watts, middle of the order, coming up. That was a sharp liner to third. And Butler did exactly what she needed to do. Ran it all the way to home, tossed it to Riley. But it was the return throw to third, a little bit just a second too long. And you want to play, it's tough to play those situations perfectly. You got to really time it up right and almost having the correct timing. But the speed of McLean really makes things that much tougher. Count starts 0-1 on Watts. 1-1 now, the count evens. As taking third base without a throw, Ayla Ray will get the steal. As the ace of base is never content with just one anytime she's aboard. 1-1 the count. Watts takes. It's 2-1. Caitlin Mitchell takes the second base bag, and Ayla Ray comes home on the score. Double steal throw, misthrown, and Caitlin Mitchell will end up at the third base bag. So make it 7-0 Fitch. Count is 2-1 on Watts. Sydney Watts 0 for 1 on the day. On the error she reached, but she does have an RBI. 3-1 now, the hitters count for Watts. 15 RBIs leads her team. She has a golden opportunity for another. And she's going to hit that one out right center field. It is going to drop and head to the fence. This is going to go for at least a double. Watts not going to even stop at the second base bag. All the way to third. It is Sid's first triple of the season. It is also 8-0 Fitch. Rachel Spalding will run for Watts, but a triple for Watts, showing off the speed. And another extra base hit to Sid's resume. Give her 10 now on the season, with 6 doubles and 3 home runs added to her total. McKenna Hogan, 1 for 1 on the day with an infield single her last time up. Takes a ball, 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Yep.
Mitchell went to second. How did she go?
That one trying to go oppo, but it goes to center field. Riley with another nice running catch out of center. Tagging and scoring, though, will be Rachel Spalding. So a sacrifice fly for McKenna Hogan will give her an RBI on the day. It's 9-0 Fitch. Another nice play by Emily Riley out in center, and she ran that one down. That one was hit on a line, and it was dropping quickly in that right center field gap. Now the geologist, Kylie Folkwine, up to bat, looking to rock one here in her second plate appearance on the day. She's 0 for 1. As Folkwine hits one out to short, Powell gets it on the glove, but the speed of Folkwine too much. She beats it out, infield single. She'll end up at second on the throw, and another Falcon in scoring position. One away here in the bottom of the second. Fitch adding 4 more after a 5-run first. And Abby Toth, a 3-run blast back in the first inning, was her 5th home run, and RBIs 10, 11, and 12 on the season. And this freshman bat has been so huge. Another one that has contributed mightily for this Falcons team.
How did she end up on second base?
And that's another blast out the left field, but this one stays in the park but bounces just in front of the fence. Abby Toth pulls another one. She'll end up at third. A run will score. So a triple is the scorer's decision here. A home run and a triple give her 4 RBIs on the day. And it is certainly turning out to be an Abby day on a Monday.
Number 18, Maddie Butis.
Maddie Butis takes a first pitch ball, 1-0.
Now I finally caught up with that. Yeah, she tried to go catch it. Try at it, but
Call is a strike, 1-1 now on Butis. Butis 0 for 1, popped up behind the plate her first time up. Has an opportunity to be productive even with an out with Toth at third. Fitch a large lead already. 5 runs in the first, 5 in the second to make up this 10-0 lead.
triple and RBI for you. They already have 6 errors and not even 2 innings. This is really bad.
Trissler, 2-1, the pitch to Butis. Up high, 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count for Butis. Butis takes inside for a ball, and she will walk to first. Runners at the corners for Morgan Roby.
Now stepping in, third baseman number 42, Morgan Roby. Batted around.
First pitch, ball to Roby. 1-0 to start. As taking second base was Butis, so give her the steal on the last attempt. 1-0 to Roby. Roby popped out to short. Was actually in short left field. Shortstop Powell made a nice play to get it. And Roby's first plate appearance. And at bat, called a ball. 3-0 the count to Roby. Very favorable count for Roby, the 3-0. Takes all the way. It's a ball, and the bags are loaded for Ashley McLean. Falcons have batted around here in the second.
All right, let's go to the next column. Now batting left fielder number 00, Ashley McLean.
Ashley McLean takes a first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Just low, 2-0 now to McLean. The 2-0. 3-0. Shout out to the Your Sports Network photographer, Gary Leininger, making the trip out here to Austintown, getting pictures of both the softball and baseball games going on today. You can always check out the YSN Smug Mug to get all of Gary's pictures. As that one's going to walk a run in, give an RBI to Ashley McLean. As across the way, we are scoreless as the baseball game's going on. Bottom of the third inning. As the Falcons got a runner aboard in a 0-0 game.
Shortstop number 12, Ayla Ray.
Ayla Ray with the bags loaded in an 11-0 game. First pitch, a strike to Ayla Ray. Ray, 0 for 0 on the day. She's reached on a walk both times. Walk and a hit by pitch, rather. She fouls that one off, 0-2. The 0-2 to Ray. And that one hits her again, so Ayla Ray just can't get herself an at-bat today as another plate appearance ends up in a free pass for Ray. So upping the on-base percentage a lot is Ray, but the batting average going to stay firm at .548. Falcons score another run. Still one out, 7-run second here for Fitch. Caitlin Mitchell up to bat.
Now standing in, second baseman number 4, Caitlin Mitchell.
First pitch called strike, 0-1. That one hit out to short, off of the glove of Powell. Everyone going to look to advance a base as McLean's safe at third. Mitchell will be safe at first. Another run scores on the error, and 8 now in the inning here in the bottom of the second. Sydney Watts up to bat. That one takes a bounce off the bat. Sid's face mask right up in the air and right back down. No one else, I think, on the Falcon team, and I'll extend that to the entire YSN banner, I think, provides as many highlights and bloopers as Sydney Watts does. As a ball, 1-1 the count. The 1-1. That one fouled straight back to the fencing. 1-2 now on Watts.
With that drop pop, that's 5 errors this inning, 7 errors.
Watts had a triple earlier in the inning. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Also a couple RBIs on the day for Watts, 16 on the season. Taking low to even the count, 2-2. The 2-2 from Trissler. Low, and the count runs full. Watts from 1-2 to 3-2. And she's back ahead in the count now here in the bottom of the second. The payoff. That one liner into left and just muscled it into left field did Sydney Watts. Give her 2 more RBIs on the day as Sid being productive with the bat as well as with her arm, and the Falcons a 10-run second. Rachel Spalding will run now at first. McKenna Hogan is 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch, a ball. Two RBIs on the day for McKenna Hogan. She has a dozen on the season. Taken for a ball, 2-0. And taking off was Caitlin Mitchell from the second base bag to third, so runners are now at the corners after the steal from Caitlin Mitchell. As both runners leaving early from the first and third base bag, so that'll be 2 outs for the price of 1 as the Falcons score 10 here in the bottom of the second and have quickly jumped ahead to a 15-0 lead. We're through 2 innings of play as we go back to the top of the third now as the Raider bats coming up after this.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the third inning as the Raider bats coming back around. As it'll be 7, 8, 9 in the Raider order. And leading things off, here is going to be McKenna Murphy. First pitch called a strike to Murphy, and it's 0-1 to start. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back strikes from Watts. Has her ahead in the count, 0-2. Watts striking out 6 to start the game. The 0-2. That one foul tipped back as Murphy got a piece of it and tipped it back to the fencing to keep the count 0-2. Going to give her a second to walk it off. Cold weather today. We're looking at 40 degrees here at Fitch. The 0-2. Called strike 3, 7 straight sent down by Watts, all by way of the strikeout. There's one away here in the top of the third.
Now batting 8th for the Raiders is sophomore third baseman, number 14, Breasia Butler.
As Breasia Butler, 8th in the order for the Raiders. Cuts on, misses that first pitch, 0-1. Watch deals. 0-2, jumps ahead in the count. And finding the zone effectively right now is Watts. Swing and a miss. 8 straight set down now by Sydney Watts as she is dealing 2 away here in the top of the third. Emily Riley now due up in the order for Harding. Trying to turn it over to the top and get a base runner aboard for Warren Harding. First pitch showed bunt, and that one took a wicked ricochet, and out of play it goes, 0-1. Watts, nothing short of dominant through 2 2/3 innings of work. As called strike, look at McKenna Hogan, able to go up and get it for the called strike as well. A lot of credit goes to Hogan as well as Watts would give a lot to her battery partner. Hogan also catching South Range star Julie Stakowicz in the off-season. Well, I guess not off-season, never an off-season, but the summer, as she has a couple of really good pitchers that she catches to her resume. And Sydney Watts, really good pitcher, has set down the entire Raider order by way of the case. Second team she's done that to. Also, Painesville Riverside has fallen victim to going down by way of the strikeout to Watts. 9 straight sent down, 9 straight strikeouts as the Raiders are retired in order here in the top of the third. We go back to the Falcons bats after this.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update. Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
course, we thank our friends over at NST Sports as one of our proud sponsors here on the network, and want to remind you, if you want to become a sponsor here on ysnlive.com, you can go to our advertising page, ysnlive.com/advertise, to find a package that fits you and your company. It's broken down into tiers. What you get as a rolling ad slider, as you see in the top right-hand corner of our screen, is included in them. A 15-second commercial, a 30-second commercial, or you can go all the way up to a corporate sponsorship. Again, ysnlive.com/advertise to find the correct plan and package that fits you and your company. Want to know the count to start on McKenna Hogan? Hogan takes for a strike, 1-1. Hogan is 1 for 2 on the day, as also has 2 RBIs as well. Two and 1, count back in favor of Hogan. That one is hit out right field, running in, and that one clips the glove. An error in the outfield is going to allow McKenna Hogan to get all the way to third. Look at the wheels on McKenna Hogan, not stopping, ending all the way up at the third base bag, 60 feet away for the Falcons here to start this bottom of the third inning. As Rachel Spaulding will be pinch hitting for Kylie Folkwine, so getting a look for Spaulding here.
Courtesy pinch runner at third for McKenna Hogan, number 17, freshman Lily Stevens. And now coming to the plate to hit for Kylie Folkwine for the Lady Falcons for her first plate appearance this afternoon, number 3, sophomore Rachel Spaulding.
First plate appearance for Rachel Spaulding. Called strike, 0-1 from Kerrigan Riley. Riley switches things over to the right-handed side for the Raiders. Ball and a strike now, Spaulding. The 1-1. Spaulding fouls it back, gets down in the count now, 1-2. The 1-2. Spaulding lays off of it to even the count, 2-2. Taking all the way, and the count now goes full on Spaulding. The payoff. Spaulding takes all the way and gets on base. Runners now at the corners with nobody out. As always, a great story to see Laura Lanterman being able to do what she loves, and that's participate in athletics. Had her basketball season taken away due to injury. Just nice to see Laura back into the box.
Senior Laura Lanterman.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Lanterman batting in the 6th spot for Abby Toth. First pitch finds the zone for Kerrigan Riley, 0-1. Lanterman goes hacking, misses that one. 0-2 to start. The 0-2. Called strike 3 as Kerrigan Riley gets the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. Double play stays in order as Samantha Hines coming up to bat. And she will be batting for Maddie Butis.
Now coming up to hit for Maddie Butis for the Lady Falcons is junior Samantha Hines, 57.
Hines with her first plate appearance. Coming against the righty now, Kerrigan Riley. Swings and a miss for the first pitch. 0-1. Riley gets ahead. Going the other way, looking to drop it in, and Samantha Hines will drop it in for a base hit and an RBI. Hines says, give me the second base bag. All the way to third is Rachel Spalding. Falcons add another to their lead. It's 16-0.
All right, that'll go as a single and an RBI and an error on the
Single for Samantha Hines. And now it's going to bring in Tina Montgomery for Morgan Roby. Congratulations to Samantha Hines. First base hit and RBI of the season as well for Fitch.
For the Lady Falcons to hit for third baseman Morgan Roby, number 23 sophomore Tina Montgomery.
Tina Montgomery returning after being on the road with concert choir, the many talents of Montgomery. Being on display here for the Falcons programs, many programs. Back to take some hacks, though, with the softball team. Montgomery takes and spins for a strike, though, on the inner third. 1-1 the count. Montgomery, a .364 batter, 2 homers, 10 RBIs on the season. And she's going to rope that one into right center field. This will go as a double for Montgomery. Give her a dozen RBIs on the season. As Tina Montgomery finds some outfield grass and increases the Falcon lead some more.
Sorry about the count, but I put it in there and now I can't put it.
Madison Haney batting for Ashley McLean now. One down, bottom of the third inning.
Appearance this afternoon, hitting for the left fielder Ashley McLean, number 33 sophomore Madison Haney.
Madison Haney just lifted off to left center, and she's going to bounce it just short of the wall as Madison Haney with a double to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, just a couple feet shy of a big fly. But nonetheless, it'll be runners at second and third with only one away. Nice shot from Madison Haney. Back to the top, Ayla Ray. Still looking for her first hit. She's been on board all 3 times. Hit by a pitch twice. She's walked once. Takes a first pitch strike from Kerrigan Riley. Ayla Ray came into today batting .548. Still currently on the season batting .548. But the on-base percentage has increased significantly for Ray. As Ray now falls behind in the count 0-2. But one of the best 0-2 hitters in the state. And time is called at the plate. Ayla Ray resets in the box. And that one leaving early as both the plate as well as the bag. So get 2 outs for the price of 1 once again at the second and third base bag. And that'll end the inning with the Falcons scoring 3 more. It is 18-0 going to the 4th.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too. It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Now, Greenwood Chevrolet is going the extra mile for you with Greenwood's model year-end savings of up to $3,000 on remaining 2022 new Chevy inventory. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Going into this top of the 4th, couple of defensive substitutions going on, as it looks like Sammy Severn has entered into the ball game, as well as Samantha Hines defensively. I believe Hines will be going to right field, it looks like, and Sammy Severn will be going to second base. I also believe that is Rachel Spaulding who's entered in, and I think she is going to center field defensively. Around the infield, though, it's still pretty similar other than Sammy Severn. Ayla Ray still stays at short. Oh, no, Tina Montgomery actually late scratch, as Morgan Roby also pulled here last second, third base, and Tina Montgomery has entered in defensively. So Tina Montgomery at third, Sammy Severn at second. Ayla Ray still stays at short. Abby Toth stays at first. Back to the top of the order for the Raiders. As Chase Powell, first pitch. Almost a heck of a play from McKenna Hogan in and out of the glove. As it touched some leather, but it does ultimately glove out. 0-1 to start. Chase Powell. Showed bunt. Kept around 0-2. The 0-2 from Watts. Swing and a miss. 10 straight strikeouts for Sydney Watts. Has her at the lead right now, or I should say has her with tying the most consecutive in this season.
Now batting left fielder number 6, Keziah Minor.
That one fouled back by Minor. Keziah Minor gets a piece of it. 0-1 to start.
I only have 19.
Swing and a miss. Minor falls behind. 0-2. Watts looking for a new season record for consecutive strikeouts. She had 10 in a row against Painesville Riverside. She's equaled that here with 1 out in the 4th. Leaving it up high was Minor. 1-2.
I don't know where these defensive changes are all going in the batting order, but it's going to be really fun to do that in the next inning.
The 1-2. Called strike 3, 11 straight, sent down by Watts, all by way of the K, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. It'll bring up Delaney Riley, catcher, one of the leaders here on this Raiders squad. First pitch. Called strike 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. The 0-2. Backing off the plate. 1-2. Watts brushes her off. Sun somehow is peeking through all of these clouds above the softball complex. It must have found a gap somewhere. 1-2. Swing and a miss. 12 straight up and down sent by Sydney Watts. She has struck out the side 4 consecutive times as the Falcons lead it big heading to the bottom of the 4th. You can see these players, get to know these names, get to know these coaches at a more personal level than truly you ever did before. And I think YSN has been a big influential factor in bringing us that level of personal connection that we haven't seen any other company truly be able to do. If my legacy goes down as being the voice of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, I can hang my hat on that and be proud of it at the end of the day. My name is Ty Bartell, and my sports network is your sports network.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun, it all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Commercial or residential, 24/7. Call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too. It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Now, Greenwood Chevrolet is going the extra mile for you with Greenwood's model year-end savings of
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Freshman Juliana Farmer going to get one of her first looks on the season here against the Raiders as Coach Ward going to get some of these younger players some work as Kerrigan Riley back in the circle for the Raiders. As Farmer to lead things off, Falcons up by a large margin, 18-0. One of 2 games here against the Raiders. The next one tomorrow will be at Warren G. Harding High School. First pitch, it's a ball, 1-0. Farmer looking to make good on her opportunity here. Fouls that one back, 1-1 to start.
Well, if they were way in the past with the candy company, they'd be calling her Fanny Farmer.
1-2 on Farmer.
It also tells you how old I am. It's bizarre, and she'd be British too.
The 1-2. Farmer Watch it clip off the glove of Delaney Riley as the count will even now 2-2.
Sorry, the scoreboard missed a few of those. I have them in my book correctly.
The 2-2. Farmer pops it up on the infield. Kerrigan Riley looking for it, finds it, and gloves it on the infield for out number 1. Nice play from the pitcher coming out of the circle. Retiring Farmer, 1 away. Brings up Sammy Severn. First look today for Severn. Came into the field defensively. First hacks with her bat. Severn on the season batting .357, a homer, 3 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. Has 6 extra base hits total. First pitch has Severn bending each and every way, all out of the way of that initial inside offering from Riley. 1-0 to start. The 1-0. Severn takes that one inside as well and jumps ahead of the count.
I think they have to score 2 more runs to equal Canfield's.
The 2-0. Called strike. 2-1.
Must have taken it easy on them because the second game was 9-1.
Severn lines it over the second baseman's head for a base hit. And Severn, a 1-out single, helps her batting average, ups that a bit. Runner at first, 1 away. And Lily Stevens going to take some hacks now for Fitch. Lily Stevens, 667 on the season. She is 2 for 3 with an RBI. 2 for 3 in her at-bats, 1 RBI on the season for Stevens. Did have a hit down in Myrtle Beach as well. Looking to get one, though, in much more adverse, colder conditions. About 20 to 25 degrees cooler. Donning the red sleeves and all in the undershirt, Lily Stevens takes the first pitch as it skips by. 1-0. Sammy Severn on first. She reached by way of a single. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mercy rule can be inflicted here in the 5th inning if the Falcons go 1, 2, 3, or rather keep the Raiders off the board for at least 18 runs in the 5th inning to get out of here. Or at least 8 runs, excuse me, in the 5th inning. It's always, per OHSA rules, 10-plus runs after 5 innings of play to enact the mercy rule. 1-1 went chasing up the ladder, 1-2. Taking the second base bag was Sammy Severn, as she's now in scoring position for Stevens. 1 away here in the 4th. The pitch. Skipped back to the backstop. Staying on second is Severn as the count evens on Stevens in the box. Across the way, we're all evened up on the baseball side of things. Falcons struck for 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Harding 3 in the top of the 5th. It's 3-3 bottom 5 on Richard L. Coppola Field. Foul ball keeps the count 2-2. waiting for a ball here as trying to track one down. They're able to get one back to Kerrigan Riley in the circle. As a 2-2 count on Lily Stevens, she's waiting in the box. Defense is set all around the diamond and in the outfield for Riley. Lily Stevens drives it to right, coming in to make the nice play for the Raiders. Allows Sammy Severn to advance. Freeman gets the out to retire. Lily Stevens, there's 2 away. Runner now at third and Severn. And Wileman now going to take some hacks as Julia Wileman with a pinch hit appearance.
For catcher McKenna Hogan making her first plate appearance this afternoon for the Lady Falcons, number 8 sophomore Julia Wileman.
Kerrigan Riley readies up in the circle. Wileman takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Ball up high, 1-1 to Wileman.
Now they're singing the national anthem. If you lust.
A rendition, I should say, and just about all I can say about it, a rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner being sung from the Falcon dugout right now. You go from Bad Romance to the national anthem, only here in Austintown, it feels like. Hitters count 3-1. Wileman cuts and misses on it, and the count runs full as Kerrigan Riley finds a hole in the swing. The payoff, swing and a miss. Kerrigan Riley gets the strikeout and the third out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As for the first time this game, the Falcons are held scoreless in an inning. Fitch looking for 3 more outs to get out of here in 5. It is Austintown 18, Warren Harding 0. We go to the 5th.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared, learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Good game across the way on the baseball side of things as Fitch has retaken the lead 4-3 on the Warren Harding Raiders, scoring a run in the bottom of the 5th as a response to the 3 runs scored in the top half of the inning from Warren Harding. This one, it's been all Fitch, though, 18-0 for the Falcons in front, and Sydney Watts looking for 3 more outs here against the Raiders for another conference win. First pitch, it's a ball, 1-0. Kerrigan Riley to lead things off for the Raiders. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, drawing a swinging strike to even the count, 1-1. The 1-1. That one, chopper to third. Gloving, fielding, Tina Montgomery tosses to the first base bag, and there's one away. Breaks up a string of 12 consecutive strikeouts by Sydney Watts. She set down the order in order by way of the K, 4 consecutive innings before that grounder to third. But Tina Montgomery, the cleaner at the third base bag, cleans it up, makes a strong throw to the first, one away. Carly Trissler, the pitcher that started the game for the Raiders, cuts on and misses 0-1 to start. The 0-1, 0-2. Trissler falls behind as Watts jumps way ahead of the count. The 0-2. Up high. Hogan has to come out of the crouch to get it. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Low and outside. Trissler gets the count even from 0-2 to 2-2. Trissler gets back in the count. The 2-2 from Watts. Held up. Didn't go around. It's 3-2 now. Full count on Trissler. Watts ready. Trissler ready. The payoff. Called strike 3 and strikeout number 13 for Sydney Watts. And now the Falcons and Watts 1 out away from a perfect game. Watts looking for her 3rd in her career, 2nd of the year. Last hope is Forrester for the Raiders.
First plate appearance for the Raiders, number 24 freshman catcher Olivia Forster.
Forrester going to take a first pitch strike, 0-1 to start. The 0-1. Forrester cuts on and misses. It's 0-2. And the Raiders down to their final strike. Watts looking for perfection, her 3rd time in her career. The 0-2. Swing and a miss and a perfect game. Another one for Sydney Watts. And she's also struck out 14 of the 15 possible batters through 5 innings of work. Another dazzling performance by Watts. Falcons offense provided plenty of pop. 5 in the first, 10 in the second, 3 in the third to make up an 18-0 win. Unbelievable stuff from the entire squad. Sydney Watts once again. The 14 strikeouts ups her total to over 170 now on the season, 172. She's 13-0 on the season. That's her 3rd perfect game in her career, 2nd of the season. And there is now 10 shutouts on the campaign for Watts. What unbelievable stuff from the sophomore. Abby Toth had a 3-run homer, her 5th and 10th, 11th, and 12th RBIs on the season. Falcons bats were huge today and provided all the pop needed once again for Watts to complete her 3rd perfect game of her career. Unbelievable stuff. Both these teams at it again tomorrow in Warren Harding High School before the Falcons come back here on Friday to have a matchup 1 versus 5 in the YSN Power 20 as the champion Golden Flashes will be coming to town. We, of course, will be here for the call of all that action. But for this game, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Softball. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who are able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance tonight. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who with his work with Bobstein Park Baseball, YSU Football, and YSNLive.com. The many hats that Mr. Leslie wears, and we thank him for each and every single one of them. And most importantly, to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities, you guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about. And so we thank you. If you were tuning in from the Warren Harding area, maybe getting your first taste of YSN Live, we'd like to remind you that YSN is a completely free service to schools. And if you want to find out how to join, you can find us at info@ysnlive.com. Email us there or contact your school's athletic director to find out how to get YSN involved at your school. Or if you're right here in the Austintown community supporting your Falcons, we want to thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Austintown Fitch Athletics, but also ysnlive.com, or wherever you may be in the sport of high school softball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.